Okay, fam, welcome back. So today we're going to be going over the buy, sells, and dividends for November 3rd through November 9th. So with that being said, let's get it. All right, so I'm going to give you guys a run through of the numbers first, and then we're actually going to go over the actual details of it. So the dividends that we got paid on Robinhood was $52.87 from TSLP, 34 cents from GPIX, $2.90 from GPIC, 261.52 from NVDY, 17.72 from XDTE, 32.67 from YMAX, 49.92 from YMAG, 29.74 from QDTE, MRNY, $40.12 on that one. So profits, Soxel, the 200 shares that we had at, I think it was 33.19, those got called away for a profit for $62. Unfortunately, the price of Soxel went a lot higher than the strike price of 33.50, so we missed out on a lot of profit. That sucks, but is what it is. We basically just put some cash secured puts in place of those calls, knowing likely they were just going to get called away anyway. So we basically just front ran that. TSLP, $89.74 in profits. That's on top of the dividends. Again, you guys already know Tesla has been absolutely exploding to the upside. So we weren't just going to leave the money sitting on the table. SPYT, $21.32. XDTE, $30.53. So the buys that we did was on XDTE, GPIC, SPYT, TSLP, and FEPI. We'll go over that a little bit later. The crypto buys that we did was for Filecoin, which is FIL, Horizon, which is ZEN, and then Crypto.com token, which is CRO. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go over the numbers here real quick first. So we got the Robinhood dividends here, $487.80. The M1, $39.90. The actual profits here, $203.59. And I'll get into the options at the end of the video. Okay, so M1 Finance, you guys can see all the dividends here. So we got $1.21 from UVV. This is a tobacco-based dividend growth stock. And then it looks like a combined total of 36. Okay, yeah, never mind. There's three of them here. So 35.80, 39 cents, and 29 cents from NVDY, 13 cents from Beto, $2.08 from TLTW. So I'm going to go over Robinhood last. So we'll go over here to the Grayscale Trust. You guys can see that nothing has changed here. We have not bought or sold. We're simply holding our positions here. In terms of ETCG and I don't know why it does this. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. So in terms of ETCG and HZen, even from the average share price that we have here, I would say that ETCG could easily still do a 4 to 5x even from our cost basis, and then HZen probably at least another 4 or 5x. Again, I know that's being really conservative. It could easily do way more than that. But, you know, our cost base is a little bit high. We would basically have to average down on this to kind of reduce the cost basis, which is one method that we use. So in terms of the buys and sells here, nothing going on here. Again, this is basically just to be transparent, to show you guys that there is no secret trades going on in the back scenes, the back rooms that you guys don't know about. So you can see all the different information here. The last time we actually took profit on a position was all the way back here in May of this year. That was kind of as Bitcoin, a little bit after Bitcoin had topped out back then. But of course, you guys already know crypto is going to the moon. It's probably just going to keep going to the moon when we get a pullback. That's hard to say, but I'm pretty confident when the market's open tomorrow. Again, by the time you guys see this, the markets probably would have already been open. But I'm pretty confident looking, if this were to actually be live, looking back, that the miners and the rest of the crypto space, the crypto stocks and Grayscale and all that is likely going to explode higher, okay? Because again, you guys got to understand, Bitcoin and the altcoins are making their move during the weekend. Again, that's kind of to be expected, okay? So when the traditional markets open up, then theoretically the rest of it should follow Bitcoin and the altcoin space, right? Okay, so now I'm going to go over here to the native space. So we have actually been adding some more money to these again, the tokens that we talked about, Filecoin, Horizon, and Crow. So you can see we added some more here. So November 5th looks like $250 with an average price of $3.46. And then again, November 5th, another $95 and an average price of $3.65. And Filecoin has moved up since then. Again, all of these altcoins, they're not going to pop off all at the same time, and they're not going to hit their peaks all at the same time. And some of them may not even pop off and start like really, really popping off like 20, 50, 100x's until next year. Okay. Or until we see the Bitcoin dominance fall, or both. So do keep that in mind. So here, Horizon, this one was in profit earlier, but again, we're looking for like at least a minimum 8 to 10x on this position. So we're not going to want to sell for any cheap gains here. We want to get the big stuff. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. It's taking like an annoyingly long time. Okay, so you can see we got basically 1.42 tokens here on the 4th, 34.11 on the 5th, 53.5 tokens again on the 5th. Just shy of 9 tokens on the 7th, 9 tokens, roughly about 9 tokens on the 8th. A little over 2 tokens on the 10th, and again, we did another bigger purchase here for about 34.25 on the 10th. Okay, next one here, Crow. All right, crypto.com, just a small purchase here. Again, roughly about 350 tokens. So kind of the way that we're approaching this is we'll buy the tokens that we want to buy that we think have the biggest upside until eventually the price gets above our cost basis. Then we're going to stop buying that one. Okay. If it's at the cost basis, we may buy more, but once it starts to get like significantly above it, we're going to stop touching it. We're just going to sit on it, let it run. Now, in terms of when we'll probably stop buying crypto altogether, once at least half of our positions are fully in profit, we're probably going to stop buying crypto, start buying passive income investments after that, and just kind of let the cryptocurrencies ride. Okay, so now I want to go over the actual dividends here. So we're going to start out with, TSLP, and I'm pretty sure Tesla is just going to keep rocketing this next week too. Again, it wouldn't surprise me because you guys already know if Elon is going to be in the in the government with his own department. I mean, that's obviously going to be extremely bullish for Tesla, right? So you can kind of see what's going on here. We basically had some buys, sells, kind of getting in and out of positions, taking profit, and then repositioning back in a fraction of the money that we had in there. You guys already know how the strategy works. Okay, so going down the list here. All right, so GPix is the next one, 34 cents here. You guys can see right there. GPIC is another one. I believe what we did is some of the profits that we took on these dividend paying ETFs, we took some of the profits on the ones that were in profit and put them into positions that were undervalued. Like I think it was GPIC. So we bought some GPIC. I want to say XDTE, SPYT, and FEPI is I think is what we did. Again, we're going to go through that, but yeah, I'm pretty confident that's what we did. So again, once you're here at 47.06 on the 4th, 47.40 on the 5th, and then of course the dividend for 290. Okay, NVDY, you guys can see $261.52 on this one. See, next one here, XDTE. This one finally actually went into profit this week. And like I've been telling you guys, when these things go to all-time highs, or when the markets go to all-time highs, likely these things will eventually end up going back up. maybe even to new highs. We'll just have to wait and see on that. So again, going into the transaction history here, you guys can see that we did buy a little bit down here on the 4th, and then we, of course, took profit on the 8th and then repositioned back in a certain amount. And then the dividend comes on top of that. Okay, next one here is YMAX. And again, I do think that YMAX is likely to keep going up as crypto continues to moon because, again, you got Coney and MSTY and YBIT, I think, in this one. This is basically every single stock ETF they have is in this one, as far as I know. So 32.67 on this one. Okay, next one we got here, we got YMAG, which is actually almost back above $20. It's kind of hard to believe, but with Tesla's meteoric rise, I'm not really surprised. Okay, so 49.92 on this one. It's possible that the dividend next week could be even greater for these two than it was this week because, again, Tesla has like really, really exploded up. I mean, I didn't even think it was going to be that aggressive. Okay, QDTE. All right, so you can see, oh, maybe we didn't buy any for this one. I thought we did. Or no, it was XDT, I think is what we bought. Yeah, so 29.74 here. Yeah, I think I already showed you guys that. Never mind that. And then, see if I can find it here. Where is it? Okay, so MRNY, we're actually probably going to get rid of this one, just take a loss on it. I mean, again, it is a pretty substantial capital loss, but you guys got to remember, if you do not have trader tax status, and again, the laws may have changed since the last time we did taxes on this, but unless you have trader tax status, you can only write off up to $3,000 a year of capital losses, but you can roll forward the losses indefinitely in 4 years. Okay. So $40.12 here. And again, if we are going to make a shite ton of money in crypto, then it would be actually a good thing to have some of those losses rolled forward in 4 years to kind of offset the taxation that we would have to pay. Okay. I don't know why that popped up. Anyways, so last thing I wanted to go over here was FEPI. I think FEPI and SPYT. We got to show you guys that too. Okay, so you can see the two. It looks like we had two buys here. So for roughly about 6 shares on this one. And then the last one here, SPYT, like we told you guys before, we want to get a lot of these up to about $100 a month. So SPYT, we're kind of slowly starting to approach that 200 share count there. Okay, so going down the list here, you can see bought 3 shares here, got the dividend, of course, and then another 3 shares on the 5th, 7.5 shares on the 7th, roughly about 13 shares on the 8th. Looks like 6.5 shares on the 8th again, then sold for a profit, of course, and then repositioned back in a small amount. Okay, so that covers all that. So now I want to go over the options. So in terms of the options premiums for the week, so we got Soxel. Again, that was a covered call that was open on the 4th, closed on the 8th. The shares actually did get called away. We did not get the maximum profit, unfortunately, which would have been closer to like $700. But we did make $132 in premiums on that. Cash secured put for Soxel on the 6th. Closing date on the 8th. We got $46 in premium for one contract. Closed early for $10, so $36 in profit. Soxel again on the 7th. That was the opening date. And on the 15th, it was supposed to close. We closed early so that we could reposition on Friday before market close. You guys already know how we do this. So $95 in premium. We closed for $80, so about $15 in profit. Opened again and 2 cash secured puts on the 8th, which are going to expire on the 15th. You can see them up here. So it's going to be 78 times 1 and then 77 times 1. So in terms of the total premiums, that comes out to 338. And in terms of the total income for the week is $1,069.29. All right. Hope y'all enjoyed this content. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all later. Peace.